noticed that just fighting.
Ground soaked with acid. Did the bristlebacks do this? Bristlebacks must have got these Osram. I hope Erend and the other Vanguard are okay.
Nobody helped from Chainspit? Like, ah, shit, man, I can't ride across the streams and getting attacked. Ah, fuck them. Alright. Now let's go see if I can. I guess I'm gonna have to actually go into like full focus mode for like animals. Hoping animals will just kind of pop up, but it does also say that they're very, like, far less populated. Well, that was kind of dope. Ooh, yes. Anything red die is my friend. Whoa! Why did my frame rate just drop there? What's going on down there? I mean, I guess I'll take pride in the fact that I used to have a lot more dropped frame issues, but I don't like when I have no explanation as to why they happen. Ah, see, I don't think about being able to climb this stuff. Oh. All hail the mighty levitating tree. Behold its splendor. Very land here requires no soil, yet trees still grow. Magnificent, aren't they? God damn it, Daryl, you were supposed to put the trees in the ground at the beginning. Nah. Sam told me he was going to take care of those. Well, he didn't. And now there's a goddamn tree floating in the beginning. Dude, like, seriously, this is so cool. It's like, even without, like, having the markers, like, you just get to, like, fucking climb around and see where to go. This is really cool. I dig the more natural climbing experience now. This is really cool. Ancient bright bracelet, aka like LED watch. I guess maybe a bright bracelet just because it's shiny. I always thought it was supposed to be because of like a digital like clock screen.
I don't think I can get past them. Guess I should leave it for now.
What? What is this? Okay. I like how they kind of lead you over there to get you aware of it. Like, oh, there's another watchtower. I should go see what they have. And like, oh, I can't do this.
Better leave it alone for now.
So yeah, it's another metal flower, so they put the metal flowers back in the game. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll go to Chain Scrape. Other than just continuing to randomly dick around, I don't think there's anything else really around here. And it's not like I'm done and not knowing anything. Oh no.
This'll make a good die.
Oh, see, look at this! I can just like go all the way up the fucking mountain. Like, this is so cool. And, you know, I guess in a way it made a little more sense because I remember that being part of the like cinematic trailer. The fact that she was just like fucking free climbing a rock face. Where this is. It's like, oh, see, this does get me here. So I think I wonder.
This place has seen better days.
Does it allow me to cheat this? She said I can't do it yet, so I feel like I'm still not going to be able to. Or like this is still just another way to get up here and realize, well, fuck. Yeah, I can see even that doesn't go up. Yeah, I just go across. Yeah. Okay. I didn't think about the fact that I guess I am technically higher. Yeah, I was down there. Okay, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Maybe I did still figure it out. And there's just more to it with the flower. And like the point wasn't to come do this. The point wasn't the flower. 'Cause yeah, I can still get up to the signal. All right.
Made it. And there's another one of those devices.
Nice.
Lens. Guess I'll figure out what to do with it later.
Okay. Then yeah, that'll get us back down to there where I can't do anything yet. Yep. Gonna be for whatever's back there. Okay, cool. Glad I did poke around for a few more seconds. Alright, now I think we're good. Because even I'm not worried about getting every last single thing in the game. I know these games are ridiculous for secrets, and I'm trying to get secrets, but I'm not worried about like scavenging every little piece of nonsense. I think we'll go. Nah, I didn't think it was gonna be a death thing. It wouldn't do that to you, not in the very beginning. Just because of it. Alright, let's go learn how the rest of this game works now.
Outlander approaching. That the savior? Wanna come in, savior?
Chain scrape.
Welcome to Chain Scrape, Savior.
Open up, guys.
Well, he actually even looks a little bit better.
Good enough for me.
By the Forge.
Petra?
Petra, yeah.
Aloy.
Never
What are
mind the
you doing
subtitle. I
here?
was like, hey.
About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on.
I
Like, I got shit to do.
Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chain Scrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right
Oh, that's
there
a
is the
cute
biggest
tool.
tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
Oh.
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flame Hair, good to see you. You've got to move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Dude, we're getting beers and hanging out with Petra. That's some bullshit. Anyway, you got a few minutes, alright? Shit.
Well, this Olvan guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support.
Exactly.
But first things first, I need to find that workbench
Yeah, like
and
you can do
upgrade my
your
bow.
shit that you need to do in town, but we're not leaving town without talking to her. Oh my god, quests for days. 1, 2, 3.
Till Alvin blows that whistle, no one's working it.
What are we doing to the bow? 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 Okay, 2 upgrades available for the bow, 1 upgrade available for outfit, 1 crafting. Got enough of that. Oh, can I already do an upgrade? I sure can. My bomb satchel. Ooh, okay, okay, that's fair. All I've got it, might as well. Okay. Vulture feathers. Okay, vultures are new. Yeah, see, squirrels. Squirrels weren't in the original game. This is kind of cool. So yeah, there are like actually some different animals and stuff. Whoa. Okay. Got 7 of those things. So there's no problem to do it. Yeah. But see, that's the thing, is so far nothing's had a fox thing, so that makes me think the foxes are gone. If it's +1 or +2 combat regen. I can actually even do that. I don't have enough of. The fuck did I get a Fanghorn? Fanghorn, that doesn't sound pleasant either. That's kind of cool though. Kind of neat. Actually, hold on. Yeah, what was the point about potent medicine? 20% healing, 20% healings. Okay. Actually, kind of. Okay. And weapon stuff. Alright. Well, let's do the bow primarily because that's what she's actually telling me to do. 5 seconds to analyze the fact that it looks like we can carry more shit now, too. Because the original game, you had like, I want to say up to like 3 different ammunition types for weapons, depending on what weapon it was, and what level. Where you had like the top, the left, the bottom, and the right on your like weapon wheel. And now, like if you look really close, you can actually see that it looks like there's actually 6 of them now. Because like the sling is actually in the like top left and not just on the left. So yeah, it looks like there's actually 6 weapon slots now. That's kind of cool. I don't have to trade them out as often. Oh. So we get the ability to shoot like acid arrows. Fair enough. Okay. I can do that, but what does the sling require? See, the sling requires some of them too, so yes, I think I will go ahead and just upgrade them both once. And I'll leave them at that for right now. I think they even require like, yeah, they even require like the same. Oh, Actually do require 2 different green parts from the burrowers, but they both use the 1 braided wire that I still have. Yeah, I think I'll hold off. That way they're both equally done once. Leave it alone. Alright. An ammo that deals acid damage is now available in your inventory. Use your focus to scan enemies and see if they are weak to acid. Hitting enemies with acid will build up to the corroding state. Once in this state, an enemy's armor takes damage over time and is reduced to damage resistant. Shoot acid canisters with acid arrows to detonate them and trigger a large elemental explosion. Okay.
This should be useful.
These acid arrows are new.
Now I just need to find Erend and help him clear the bristlebacks.
That's not the quest yet.
Shop looks closed.
Yep.
Can I still use the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you.
Excuse me. Just
Can't even talk to him. Very interesting. Ooh, this is your stash. It can be found in every settlement as well as many other locations throughout the world. Whether you gather items beyond your carrying capacity, excess items will be sent to your stash. From here, you can retrieve them individually or restock all your resources by holding square. By upgrading your pouches, you can increase your carrying capacity. Okay. So instead of like having an inventory and I can just put more medicine in the medicine like bag, it's going into this stuff. Okay. Noted.
Ah, finally.
Can I get in there? There's something over there.
Tell me I'm not seeing things.
Is that the...
And maybe I can still talk to that guy from there.
Next thing I know, I'm running around naked with an
Don't mind
arrow
me,
in my
just
mouth
stealing your
and an
shit.
arrow sticking out of my ass cheek.
Not that important.
Bring it back.
Yeah, I really can't talk to him. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Bristle.
That's not a pub. Bad. Unknown machine. Right.
Almost ready to go? Hey, Ray. Change your mind about that? Fancy a game of strike?
Oh, hell yeah! This is the game.
Revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
Oh, shut up.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set, a Tanakh original straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too.
Okay. Hold on. Oh. Shorts are, I think, too. Okay, interesting. Terrain and knockback tutorial, machine types and skills. What the fuck? Damn. There's a lot of shit to this game. Okay, beginner tutorial. This is kind of cool, though.
All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakhs like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points.
This is the kind of shit that would be really good
To
on
win the
PC
game,
to
you
be able
need
to
to
like
gain
click and
7
do.
victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are,
The range,
the
I'm
distance
guessing?
they can strike
Yep.
from,
Okay. Or health.
and of course, their health.
I already kind of like this.
Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go.
See, I always hate that stuff. I
Usually
prefer
you
to
get
have.
to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right.
Okay, she's gonna tell
and
me.
move it forward.
Because I was like, I always like to be the first one to go if I'm teaching somebody so they can watch and see how it's done. Rather than just being, alright, cool, here you go.
And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Move that machine forward. It's all part of the learning process.
Okay, so yeah. Well, I didn't even notice the glowing square.
Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round. So go ahead and pick a second machine.
Okay. I'm actually kind of digging this already.
Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn.
Overcharge.
We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you.
Oh.
This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close enough to attack. When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power.
Dude.
This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power.
Oh.
And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the 2 machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that?
Yeah, actually.
Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine. Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn then.
Dude.
Now, I'll let you in on
This
a neat
is
trick.
so unnecessarily
That machine
complicated.
of
I
yours,
don't mean
the
it
one
in a bad
closest to
way.
me, grab a hold of it.
Interesting.
Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points.
Oh.
You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine
Fuck.
faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece.
Like that.
You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a
Yeah,
second
but it would kill
time.
him.
And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. but
So
sometimes
you do still
that can
get
be a
to
good
do
thing.
the attack, and then
Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means
So
you
if
can
it was
reach
ever
the
like a
coveted
tie-
7 victory points first.
yeah.
That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner! That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or two.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget.
Here.
These are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor. Though
This
they'll
is
need the right
fucking
materials
cool.
to craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. You know, I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
Poor Aloy, like, she never wants to do anything because she's on this, like, time-sensitive, serious mission. So, they made a Horizon Zero Dawn board game. And as far as I understand, it went over like a lead balloon. Nobody liked it because it was kind of clunky in its system and a whole bunch of stuff. Hear me out. This, I think, would actually be really fucking cool to do for real. This has a lot of extra depth where I think doing a competitive game like this would be really fun for real. Fuck it, I'll do a little bit more. This is kind of cool. It's like a big old different board.
Ah, I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet.
Ooh.
How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of Strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machines. Now let's take a look at your machine's combat power. Combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together and your machine has 3 points of combat power. My machine is standing on grassland terrain with a value of 0 points. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in play. So my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do 3 points of damage.
So basically, if you're in like
Go ahead and test it out.
preferential terrain, you actually at least have some kind of combat power to balance off of. Cool.
There you go. Now, choosing the right terrain doesn't just improve your offense. It can also help defend your machines from attack. Grab your other piece and place it in front of my second machine. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's standing on grassland terrain. This terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack powers since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to 1 point.
Yeah.
Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it. Which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points. If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be able to do any damage. Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's combat power, you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see what happens.
Like I said, this is
See?
so
When you break a
deep
machine's defenses,
that
you
this
can
would actually
knock
make
it
an interesting
backwards.
real board game, I think.
Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage. But knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that, if my machine had been blocked from moving backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage.
Okay.
And if my machine had been
It's like
blocked by
slam.
another one of my pieces,
They both would have.
that machine would have received damage as well.
Okay.
That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great way to deal damage to several pieces at once.
I feel like I'm going to be
Useful,
trash
right?
at this game when it
Okay, now
comes
go
down to
ahead
real
and end your turn.
matches.
There's still one more thing I want to show you. All right, as we've seen, the higher the terrain, the more it'll add to your machine's combat power. However, there are 2 other terrains that work a little differently. This is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on those. But it'll take away 2 combat points if you do, so be wary.
That makes sense.
This is marsh terrain.
The flying ones can
Landing
go over
on
it,
it
then
will
why
take
does it
away
make them weaker?
1 combat power point from most machines. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the turn. Here, let me show you. Grab that machine on your left.
Put your shit in the weak spot.
See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. You can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering from me for now. Promise it'll all come in handy next time you play.
Oh. Yeah, like you don't even finish that one out.